All right. You are going to finish your newscast for this Monday virtual learning. So on Friday, you should have planned out, well, you should have filled out your article title, wrote your author on there, wrote your main idea. Make sure that your main idea is a complete sentence. Do not make this a phrase. It needs to be a complete thought. It needs to start with a capital and end with a period. Okay. Most of yours I got a chance to look at and help you with, but um, some of you I know did not. So make sure that that is a complete sentence. And then you are going to list your details here. That you have to complete first. Now, on this part, this is where you start to plan what you're going to say in your newscast. Okay. Like I said during class, you can have your siblings or your parents help you with this if you want, or it can just be you. It's totally up to you. I wouldn't have too many people because too many people it makes a newscast a little confusing. So be creative with it. Within your video, you need to make sure that you mention the main idea and your details. Remember, I said I do not want you to say the main idea of this article is the supporting details are. Please do not do that. But I should be able to hear somewhere in your newscast the main idea and the details that support that. Also, within your newscast, if you look at the rubric, I need to make sure that I hear the author. So make sure you credit the author of the article. Make sure you say what the title of the article is. Obviously, I said the main idea should be in there and the details. Your video must be at least 1 minute long. You need to speak loud enough so that we can hear you. And you need to speak clearly and slowly enough so that we can understand. Sometimes I know when you get nervous, you like to speak really quickly, um, and then it is very difficult for the audience to understand what you're saying. So make sure that that the audience can understand what you are saying. You can write your the script of your newscast on little note cards if you want. So it's easier for you to try to keep looking at the camera. Um, you can have one of your siblings hold up the note cards. You can write them like really big so that you're looking at the note cards. And you can have a microphone if you want, like make your own. You can do costumes. You can do props. Have fun with it as long as you are following this rubric, because this is how I am going to grade you. If you're if you're trying to be funny and the entire newscast is you giggling and goofing around and I can't understand what you're saying and I can't tell what the main idea or the details are, well, you're not going to get a very good grade. So please, um, I want you to have fun with it. I want you to be creative, but also make sure that you are doing what the rubric is telling you to do. Um, Trying to think if there's anything else. The assignment, the link to the Flipgrid is on Google Classroom. So if you go to Google Classroom, it'll say Main Idea Newscast Flipgrid. And then here's the rubric. So you can click on that for the rubric. And here is the link that you go to create the video. Okay, it must be at least 1 minute long. When you come on Tuesday, this should be turned in, and I will collect this paper right here. the front and back. Okay. So make sure this is complete and that I can read it. I am only making you write 3 or 4 supporting details. So that's all you have to write there. But when you go to do your newscast and when you start planning it, you might need to add more details in order to get the point of your article across. So you may not have to write them here, but when you do your note cards or when you write them here, um, you'll most of you will have to add more. Okay. Make sure you do your details in order. Okay. Make it a sequential order. Don't just jump from one thing to the next. Okay. And speak in a loud and clear and lively voice so that your audience is entertained and we will want to listen to it. If you have any questions, you can either dojo me or send them through the Google Classroom, but have fun with this. Enjoy your day and happy news making.